So to kickstart my reviews, I thought I would give a little tour of my display and show off my collection a bit. These are all the Ben 10 figurines that I plan on reviewing. These are just the aliens that Ben turned into on screen in the show. But that's still quite a few aliens. I mean, we're talking like 60 some aliens there, so still quite a few. And you might be wondering, how do I do that? Because they did not make toys of every single one of Ben's aliens. Well, that's one simple trick right there. I just put all of the aliens that did not get toys made into a picture, printed it out, and framed it up there all pretty. So, yeah, it's aliens like Ditto, Eye Guy, Chameleon, Vampire. I mean, obviously you can see them all there. I wish they would have made figurines of every single alien, but they did not. So that's the next best thing that I could do to get them represented in my collection. And I like it. I like how it turned out. Looks good. Fits well in my collection, so I like it. I wanted to bring up the fact that almost all of these figurines here are toys that I found in the wild. I actually found these when they came out, when they were actually released. Very few of these I got secondhand from eBay or anything like that. Even these figurines up here, this original first series wave, I can still remember buying those in Toys R Us. Rest in peace, Toys R Us. But yeah, I mean, I didn't get many of these secondhand. I think I got a few of the Omniverse ones from eBay because when those came out, I just wasn't quick enough to go out and buy them, and I missed a few in the store. But otherwise, these are actual toys from my childhood, from my life. I've been collecting these for a while. So due to this fact, I don't have all of the original packaging. I'm probably missing some accessories here and there. So if this is the case and I feel like I'm missing something important that I'd like to show in a review, I'll make sure to include a picture if I feel like it really needs to be visually shown to you guys, and I don't have it. If it's like an accessory or something and I don't have it, then I'll try and find a picture online and then just include it in my review. So this collection does mean a lot to me because it's not just something that I threw together real quick over a few months or weeks or whatever from, buying everything off eBay. I mean, I've been a long time Ben 10 fan, and I've been collecting these for probably over a decade. I mean, however long they've been making these figurines, that's how long I've been collecting them. So I am pretty proud of this display and this collection. Moving on from there, I do have these lined up in order of appearance. So the order that they debuted or appeared in the series is how I have them lined up. It starts up there with Ben, Heat Blast, Wild Mutt, Diamond Head, so on, goes down that way. There's your Monster Trio, comes back up to Upchuck, follows there through this way. There's Alien Force down to Alien X, comes back down. There's Lodestar. Go down that way, up to Omniverse there with Ben and Feedback, and then ends down there with the reboot. I kind of had to do it that way where it followed that pattern because of Way Big. He was just so big. I mean, you can tell he's about twice as big as any of these other figurines. So this top part here on top of this display was the only place that he was going to fit. He obviously is not going to fit in between cases here. He's not going to fit in the glass case, and this open space here, if I put him there, he was like in front of that picture frame, and I didn't like that. So to make him to get him on top of this right here while still following the order of appearance, I kind of had to loop it that way. So it goes down, loops back up, and then goes that way. So yeah, that's why it's kind of ordered like that. And then I did intentionally follow that same loop down here, so when it goes from Alien X to Lodestar, I did purposely follow that same loop, go down there, then Omniverse, just so both display cases kind of followed the same pattern. So yeah, it is an order of appearance in my own special way, just because I had to make that work with way big. But I'm happy with how it turned out, and I think it looks good. As long as it's in order of appearance in some way, I'm happy with it. I do only collect one of each alien design. So the aliens that have multiple designs, like forearms or diamond head, they had multiple designs in the show throughout the different series, and then they also had those multiple designs made into toys. Well, I only collect one of each design. I'm not like a super completionist where I have to get every single variation and design of every toy. So I just have one of each alien. I try to keep it simple. I do have a couple different designs of different aliens, and by a couple I mean literally like two or three. I don't put them in my display, but I have them stored somewhere, and I'll probably take them out and go over that more in future reviews. But yeah, for the most part, I just have one of each version of each alien. And as you may have noticed, as I just got done saying, I only have one of each alien. I do have two Bullfrags here. I got one out of the package, and I have one in the package in this glass case. I initially just had this one that's in the package. I had bought him. Bullfrag is really rare. He's hard to find, and when you do find him, he's usually pretty expensive. I did pay a pretty penny for this guy, so I had bought him, and I was super happy, and I had no intention of ever buying another one because he's just so expensive. But then I actually ended up finding this one really cheap, like less than $100. And for Bullfrag, that is such a good deal. I was amazed to find him for that price. So I snagged him up, and that way I now have one out of the package and open, and he is in the lineup with the rest of the guys here, so I could have him with the main collection, and then I still have my one in the package there. So I was thrilled to find that for such a cheap price. Like I said, I had no intention of buying another Bullfrag ever. I mean, I spent too much on the first one, so I hadn't intended on buying a second one. But I was lucky to find that for cheap, so I can have one in package and one out of package. And I'll also mention, since you probably saw him right here next to Bullfrag, that Atomics figure it's not a real figurine. It is, but it's not. It's a bootleg figurine. They never actually officially made an Atomics toy or figurine or anything like that. This is just a bootleg, and I'll go over that in a future video. I'll talk about him more. But if you saw him there and you're like, wait, I don't have Atomics, I didn't know they made him, it's because they didn't. He's just a bootleg figure. Now I want to talk a bit about the actual display cases themselves here, specifically the long rectangle ones. These are actually baseball bat display cases. Their intended purpose is to put baseball bats and baseballs in them and display them. I don't know, I'm not a sports person, not a baseball fan. All I know is that they work great for action figures. I've seen other people use them for action figures. They make the figurines look really nice, clean and crisp and professional looking, and they're very sturdy and just great for this kind of displaying. The way they open up is that it's like a door. The glass is on a hinge and it lifts up, and I will show you that here real quick. Just lifts open real easy like this, and then you can see it's on that hinge, and it's just like a door, lifts open and close. And then the way it attaches when it closes, there's these magnets along the edge here. So it clicks in with magnets, and it's a secure hold. Like, I don't worry about the figurines falling out or anything happening like that. It's very secure and works very well. So if you are trying to build your own display or put together your own collection, whether it's Ben 10 figurines or other action figures, or I've seen these baseball bat displays used a lot for pop figurines if you're into collecting those. Whatever it is, I would definitely recommend these. Like I said, they're just really good quality and they look super sharp and nice. So that pretty much sums up my display here. Again, these are all the figurines I'll be reviewing. I'll go over every single one of these, plus a few more that I have stored. But yeah, I mean, I'm really happy with this display. I like how it turned out. I like how it looks visually. I love the cases and just everything I've got going here. I'm really happy with it. It's, like I said, I've been working on collecting these figurines for years. And I love Ben 10, longtime fan. I've been watching it since it very first came out. And I'm happy to be able to show it to you guys, and I look forward to doing these reviews. The first review I'll be doing, I'm actually going to do a few figurines per review. So the first video will have Ben, Heat Blast, Wild Nut, and Diamond Head. Those four will be the first ones that I talk about and actually go over and review. So keep an eye out for that video and other future videos. And thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys later.